What's up, guys? Okay, my mic's on. 1 second. I'm a little bit low. Okay. Today, the topic is about something that has recently come up again in my life, which it's come up again, or it's come up multiple times in my past. And right now, sitting here does feel a little bit weird recording because I haven't recorded in probably a couple weeks. A couple weeks ago, I recorded a bunch of videos. You can't see, but my deep work tracker had a lot every single day. And I just recently went on a 4-day trip, and it's crazy how fast things can fall off. And it's crazy how fast things like recording, things like that you should be doing every single day that I'm committing to as my purpose, it kind of moves to the back of your mind. Like, not to the back of my mind, but it moves into this other compartment where I'm like, okay, right now I can't do any of that, so I'll just get back to it later. And it throws me off. It throws you off probably when you go on a trip, when you do something where you can't really work and be locked in and be in your environment. When you're moved from your environment, it low-key sucks. It's cool to go on trips and stuff and whatever, but it sucks. Like, being in our habitat is where our place is. I've said before in a video I made a while ago now that comfort is the enemy. Instant gratification is the enemy. And while that is still true, and it's a part of it, the real true enemy is complacency. The thing that will get you, that will get everybody, that will get at some time on self-improvement, it is the enemy. Complacency is the enemy to self-improvement. 100%, hands down, the enemy. Because the only thing that's going to stop you is you sort of being in this state of no motion, where you have no momentum. You feel like you're doing things, but it's like not really. You're staying in the same place. That's what complacency is. Now, why do people get complacent? It's because they're comfortable. So yes, is comfort still the enemy? It is. But not in the sense of just instant gratification. Because when you look at just instant gratification, that is stage one. Stage one of self-improvement is, my life is shit. I smoke weed, I watch porn, I do terrible habits every single day, I hate my life, I don't like my body, I eat shit food every single day, and that is your life. And then the first stage of self-improvement is I'm going from here to level 1. I'm going from this low-level, low-life, degenerate version of myself to a version of me that is actually capable, that actually feels good, and isn't depressed every single day, right? You go from the 0 to 1. Now, going from 0 to 1 is very difficult. I will not lie to you. And you know this from experience. If you've gone from 0 to 1, it's not easy. Especially if you're at 0, like rock bottom 0, nothing, no exercise, no money, broke as hell, all of the most terrible, bad habits every single day that you're indulging in. If you're that, like, 0, then you know exactly what it's like to go from 0 to 1. And that shit sucks. And comfort is the enemy there. You could say comfort and complacency are very similar, and they are, but there's a fine difference between them. The comfort that I was mainly talking about, well, it's the way you kind of interpret it, because the word comfort, the way I see it, when I made that video, was the instant gratification. It was the video games, the scrolling, the endless amounts of content that we consume. That was the comfort I was talking about. That was the trap, the enemy I was talking about that you have to constantly be fighting. But is that the true enemy? It's not. Because that sort of instant gratification, it is what makes you complacent. So, I'm shooting in log, aren't I? Yep, I am. So this video is going to be extremely flat, but that's okay. Hey, if you don't know what that is, it's fine. You don't know whatever about camera. It's okay. All right, let me get back to the point of the video. When you get complacent, you are comfortable, right? But comfort itself, the instant gratification term, is not exactly the problem. It's just the byproduct of you doing those things is you making absolutely no progress in anything. And essentially, that means you're going to feel like shit all the time. Not a good place to be in, Nobody wants to be in that place, but most of us are. It's like we're all level 0 in a video game, and only some of us have found the way to gain experience and actually level up. Now, I know if you're watching this video, you've probably leveled up. You're at level 1 or higher. And this, level 1 and beyond, there's one humongous enemy. And even below, level 0, this is still the enemy. It's the complacency. It's you getting into this state of comfort. And that doesn't mean you have to be playing video games or smoking weed, or just let me repeat that, okay? When you get complacent, it does not mean that you are doing the traditional instant gratification things. You can get complacent without doing those things. And that is sort of what's happened to me. Not necessarily intentionally. I went on a trip. Going on this trip, it messed me up. It messes me up. It gets me out of my groove, my daily habits, waking up early. Things that I've been trying to build in, it's suddenly like, whoa. You're not going to be doing this for 4 days. And it sucks, because you have to get back into the habits, right? The longer you go, the harder it gets to get back into it. And this is the true enemy. Because you can, right now, be doing good habits every single day, be doing just completely fine, working out, but things just feel stagnant. And if you're watching this video and this is how you feel, and you've been, basically what it feels like is you're spinning your wheels. You're basically putting in work. You're doing the good habits, but you're not going anywhere. It's just no progress. You're stuck. You feel like you haven't been gaining muscle or strength in the gym. Everything feels stagnant. And I've felt this before. And it's not that you are doing the bad habits, maybe a little. It's not really that something is wrong with you, or that you should, or that the progress that you're making has just come to a plateau. The reason all that is happening is because you have gotten to a state of comfort with the lifestyle that you have, with the normal that is for you. So there is a normal for you right now. In the last unscripted video, which was probably a couple weeks ago, I talked about how we're basically limitless when it comes to our potential. But with potential, there's always this push to go beyond what you are basically. Like, there's this circle of comfort that you are in. And if you push beyond that into the discomfort, then you will grow. Then you will get better, and you get pushed into a new normal, right? This is the comfort for you right now. Let's say this is your comfort circle. You push out of it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and soon your new normal is this. It's not this anymore. The amount of work that you do is this, not this. So your whole self-improvement becomes more intense, more frequent, more consistent. Everything, you just basically work harder and harder and harder. And as you work harder and harder and harder and go outside your discomfort zone, or outside of your comfort zone, that is when you will be able to increase your comfort zone. So what was once you pushing extremely hard, for example, me posting once a week, was something that I didn't do for a very long time because I just found it difficult to, or me posting twice a week, sorry, that's a way better example. I was only posting every week or every 2 weeks, and I thought that was a lot. And now, when I look back to that, that's not a lot. That's nothing, right? I think about it and I'm like, a video every 2 weeks, that's like impossible for me to even do now. I have to be getting those videos out. I feel like I even want to do more. And so I've pushed my comfort zone. And now 2 videos a week is getting kind of comfortable. This is the problem. When you push out of your comfort zone gets bigger. And so if you don't continuously push and be relentless and just absolutely be a maniac, be a psycho about self-improvement, you're going to get stuck. Because it's all about the constant effort, the constant improvement. Because improvement comes from you going outside of your comfort zone. There are things that I can mention that areas that I have never really pushed very far out of my comfort zone. One is most definitely talking to girls. Talking to girls, cold approaching, just never really done too much of that. And I know I would be very, very good at it. I know I could be very charismatic if I just did it more. It's all about the experience and pushing out of your comfort zone. Because what used to be like this much outside of your comfort zone, going and talking to a girl that you think is really attractive, once you do it more and more and more and more, your threshold just grows so big that any girl is within your comfort zone, or at least slightly outside of it. So it's not really that much of a push. And that example is probably something similar to where I said I didn't do it, right? I haven't done this at all, and I'm going to start doing it. But what happens is you keep staying inside the comfort zone. And when you stay inside of comfort zones, when you stay basically comfortable, you get complacent. And you have to notice and be aware of when you are getting complacent. This is the part of self-improvement that people won't really be talking to you about. Because there will be a point where you are still doing the good habits, you're doing everything right, everything should be going good for you, and guess what? You are literally making no progress in anything. And that's when you start to overthink, you start feeling like shit, you're like, what is going on? Why is my YouTube channel not growing? Why is my business stagnant? Like, what am I doing wrong? And you have to identify that the problem is you are in your comfort zone right now. If I were to, in the gym, this is probably the best example I could possibly give. If I were to never progressive overload, if we were to, instead of upping the weight, upping the reps, going intense, we hit the same weight every single time. What we did last week is what we're doing this week. Bicep curls, we have 30 pounds. We're doing a set of 8. So I get to 8, put it down. Next week, we're back on arms and biceps again, 30-pound dumbbells, pick them up, and keep doing that over and over and over. No progress. No progressive overload, no discomfort, no progress. I know this sounds like what everyone tells you to do. Go outside of your comfort zone. Get uncomfortable. And this is the advice that so many other people give. But what I am telling you is what people forget. What you will forget. And it's that you cannot let it go of this in your mind, that the enemy is always lurking. You think you're fine. You think I'm doing so much work. No, you aren't. I feel like I'm doing so much work, and it's like, fuck no. I think I'm doing a lot of work? No. Bro, the guy that's posting 3 videos a week, 4 videos a week is fucking destroying me right now. What does that mean for me? I can push more out of my comfort zone, and I need to, or else I will get complacent and I will get crushed. That is the mindset that you have to have, because it's the truth. And that is what you must remind yourself every single day. I want to tell you something else that's like this. If you forget that everything is temporary and you start to get in your own, because our human tendency is to think, oh no, wait, we're good. We already did so much work. We're doing so much work right now. Oh, we're good. We can slack off, whatever. It's this tendency to get comfortable. We believe everything is that we're doing is enough. It's all good, A-okay, who needs to put in more work anyways? We're already making so much good progress, why not just chill for a little bit? And then all your momentum dies, and then you're sat there thinking, well, what did I do wrong? You got complacent. Every single day in your mind, you have to think about how you need to push the limits. Because your limits are nowhere to be found. You will never reach them. As you push, it constantly is this like eluding thing that you're chasing. This perfection, basically. So you have so much to improve on, and if you're right here and you're limitless, essentially, and you could be way up here, why not just keep pushing to be up there? When you stay here, when you don't progressive overload in your life, in your work, you stay exactly the same. And this is what I've been feeling recently. This is just as much for me as it is for you, mostly for me. Because when I look back on these videos, when I talk about this stuff, and when I go like journal about this, it's all my mind basically spitting out exactly what I need to hear. Because this has been on me. I've been like I've turned into like this complacent version of me. And I know you're being so hard on yourself. You just got back from a trip, whatever. No. There is no easing back into things. It's get the fuck back to work right now. That's what it is. Get back on it instantaneously. I don't care that I was on a trip. I don't care that you were like doing something else, going on to some 7-day. No one cares. Nobody cares. And you should think to yourself, I need to get back to work right now. There's no time to waste. The more time I take trying to ease back into things, no. That's going to make it way harder on me. That's going to make me make less progress. I need to push right now. Work harder than everyone else. Be an absolute psycho, like maniac, insane person. Like you need to be like insane, okay? Like actually, you need to be somewhat crazy to everyone else. You need to be a fucking psychopath, bro. Like no one else is willing to do this, but you are. That's what it needs to be. Nobody else is doing the work that you are doing. That's what it needs to be. You need to wake up and think to yourself, nobody's up right now. And guess what? I'm getting shit done right now more than the average person gets done every single day. Don't think that you're better, but just know the fact that you are doing more and that you should just keep doing more. Because you don't want to be average. You want the life that isn't involved with comfort and complacency like everyone else's life is. You want the one that's exceptional, the life where you can look at someone else and say, I do 10 times the amount of work that you do in a day that you get done in a month. And it's not out of arrogance, but out of the literal truth of that statement. That is the point that you want to get to. And that is the point you're constantly striving towards. You are constantly looking at that point and that limit that keeps evading you and keeps getting higher and higher, and as you get better, and you are constantly chasing it. Constantly pushing outside of your comfort zone. Constantly, relentlessly, tirelessly working like an absolute dog. Because nobody cares. And this is the life you have chosen. So you might as well live it right, live it well, and enjoy it. Enjoy this tireless work. Enjoy working on your purpose and improving, because this is our life that we have chosen and that we want to spread to other people. This is our community. All us teenagers who are relentlessly working on self-improvement. This is our life. And I know we would not have it any other way. And I know you would not have it any other way. All your brothers in this community, they would not have it any other way. Everyone watching this video wants the life of tireless work and wants to fall in love with that and is in love with that. I don't want you to get complacent. I want this to be a forever warning for you. Something always in the back of your mind. That complacency is always lurking. And it catches you when you least expect it. It catches you when you think everything is good and everything is fine. And then, unfortunately, when you start losing all that momentum that you had, that is the point that you're going to be like, what have I been doing? You just never want to be at that point where you think to yourself, no, dude, why did I not do that for the last 5 days? Why have I been slacking off? Why? You have to instantly recognize it and realize this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. It is all about you locking in every single day and putting in the work every single day. Do not get complacent, bro. It is the enemy. It is your enemy, and always remember that complacency is the enemy. You cannot afford to let it basically take control of your life and make you into like a person that's like everyone else. The average person who doesn't push outside their comfort zone, who doesn't do difficult things they don't want to do every single day. Because when you get complacent, you don't build discipline. You don't build anything. And I think people want to get to the point. People's idea in their mind of the final destination is them sitting on the beach all day, sipping their pina colada, and just doing nothing. And I want you to know that that isn't the life. You've already found the life, bro. You have already found the community. You have already found your people. This is your life. This is the lifestyle that you will live forever. And you should not think that as a burden. You should see that as something that you will love until the day that you die. Because this movement is not about us when we're 40 years old, sitting on a beach every single day, sipping our sugary drink. That's not what it's about. What it's truly about is us doing the same thing, the same work, the same purpose, the same work, just going all in all the time. Tireless work. That's what it's going to be about. And that's what it's always going to be about. And if you have purpose with that, you will never get tired of it. You will never burn out. But when you do start getting complacent and start thinking that you need to enjoy the fruits of your labor, I want you to understand that, yes, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yes, you can go on holiday. But I think what you start to learn is that you truly do enjoy the life that we have put upon ourselves, the work that you do every single day. I truly believe that you will enjoy working tirelessly like a dog, and you will get more fulfillment, you will get more happiness, just a better life, everything, the relationships, it will all be better when you are tirelessly working to improve. And I think you'll definitely prefer it over the life of the beach lifestyle. So just always keep that in mind, bro. I'm going to try to always keep this in mind. Maybe put something up on your wall. I've been putting things up recently all over my walls. I have a whiteboard now. It's just, we need constant reminders. You need to be locked in, okay? Because this is the life we have chosen, and this is the life that you are going to live. So love it. And I know you probably do already love it. Because when you fall in love with self-improvement, there is no going back. And this is the way, bro. And we found it. We found it. And I hope you do realize that, because getting complacent, getting comfortable, I know it's easy, but it is the worst thing that can happen to you on this life of self-improvement. Thank you for watching the end, bro. Subscribe, push it. It will push it out to more people who need to see this, grow our movement. I know this is on the second channel. If you just watched the second channel, go check out the main channel in the description. Subscribe. You'll love it as well. Never stop improving. You'll be grateful for it later.